Now, if you're into or watch the news / politics, then you're aware that Fox News decided to drop its most popular newsman, the most popular newsman in all of cable or just news period, Tucker Carlson, and CNN went ahead and dropped its own newsman, Don Lemon. Now, my personal opinion on both of these guys is that they are different sides of the same coin. They are establishment media. They service the establishment. They have different ways of going about that. Tucker Carlson is a populist right person who uses these social issues to get you to back candidates that will continue with the economic inequality that goes on, and they have you believe that these politicians are fighting for you, and these politicians, like most politicians, are fighting for corporations. Don Lemon is another establishment news reporter who tells you on the other side that the Democrats, everything they're doing is fine, status quo is fine, and there's no fundamental need for change because, hey, the Democrats, they're nice to, minorities and people in the LGBTQ community. So your financial suffrage is okay because these people, that if you try to change things too much, it's going to all collapse, right? Both of them pretty much are trying to keep you in the status quo, just in different ways and servicing different parts of the country. So I have no love for Don Lemon, and I definitely have no love for Tucker Carlson. And both of them, talking about being two sides of the same coin, have both, like I said, become unemployed, and for two different reasons, though. So in the case of Tucker Carlson, everybody knows Fox News had to go ahead and settle out of court for like crazy money, over $700 million for their claims on election fraud, and pretty much has been proven that they knew that they were stating false information about the 2020 election being stolen, but they wanted to keep on talking about it because it was good for ratings. And as part of this lawsuit, there was a lot of information or text messages going through. Tucker Carlson was one of those people who vehemently let it be known that he didn't believe anything Donald Trump was saying, and Tucker Carlson let it be known he didn't believe that there were any lies about the 2020 election, but Tucker Carlson said they had to talk like this for the audience. So letting it be known that that Fox News is coverage on the so-called election fraud, they knew it was fake. Add that with Tucker Carlson has some harassment, a lawsuit coming against him. Add that with Tucker Carlson also was saying that some guy that was at the January 6th riot was a government agent, a federal agent, and it was like the government was trying to stoke a fight to arrest right-wingers, or trying to stoke the people to do the riots to arrest right-wingers, and just randomly pick this guy out. He might be suing. Add that to the fact that Rupert Murdoch, who owns Fox News, wants everybody to start supporting Ron DeSantis. They don't want to support Trump. They think he's a loser. They can't win general elections with him. So, he wants everybody at Fox News to support Ron DeSantis, and Tucker Carlson's like still supporting Donald Trump and staying with that MAGA, extremist right-wing base. So Rupert Murdoch was like, look, man, I'm had to let you go. He let him go. Tucker Carlson, it's a power move. It's to reestablish the power at Fox News and to take back the power in the Republican Party, which is pretty much Trump's party. And a lot of old school Republicans don't want it to be Trump's party. They think they go a little bit too extreme. See, Republicans just want tax cuts and deregulations. All right, they want to give money to the rich and have to abide to as few rules as possible. And that's all they tripping off of. All this extra stuff of trying to, split the country up and going to war with each other, that's just bad for business. They don't like that. And people like Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump support that. And they're like, nah, let's just keep it, Fox, they want Fox News to be more like a Mitt Romney type of Republican, where we gonna rob you, but we gonna be nice about it, Whereas Trump and them are just like, F you guys, we gonna kick you out of our, which they do a little bit of that too, but not that extreme. Now, Don Lemon, on the other hand, well, let me go back to Tucker Carlson, Professor. So Tucker Carlson, like I said, he's the number one, he had the number one watch show in all of news. He's the number one guy. He was a big high roller. Dropping him brought, I think, Fox News stock prices down to like 4%, by 4%. And so it's a big deal to lose him, and there's a lot of people wondering what's going to happen next with Fox News. Tucker was the biggest cash cow, the main draw there at Fox News. You don't have to worry about nothing like that with Don Lemon. He was not the biggest thing in CNN. In fact, his ratings were terrible. He just got moved to a morning show, and he was causing all kind of problems. Now, CNN, for whatever reason, they didn't like Don Lemon, and they were going to find any way to get rid of him. It already had been leaks about him being difficult to work with, and all this other stuff about his attitude, how much he hates women. He had made some, I guess what some people would call sexist comments, talking about women's, they're out of their prime or whatever, and they're by the time they're in their 30s or 40s, which, you know, childbearing, yeah, but career-wise, no. But I mean, who cares about that? But it was anything that they could use to make Don Lemon look bad. So when they fired him, that the blow wouldn't hurt so much. And that's what it is. They let him go. They got this, like I said, they got this new morning show. It's not really doing too hot. They want somebody to blame Don Lemon, and he's gone. Don Lemon said that nobody contacted him. He had to hear about it from, I think, his lawyers or whatever. CNN came out and said that's not true. He was offered to talk to head of CNN, but he decided to go online about it. So I don't know. As I said before, I don't care for either one of these two men. I think they both come from just a corrupt crap system that preaches to stick with the status quo no matter what, and any type of fundamental change that could make things a little bit more equal, you know, economically for people in this country, they fight against, and they only promote the politicians. They try to keep the status quo, with maybe in Don Lemon's case, some cuts around the edges, but not really, nothing really transformational that would help people for generations. So yeah, that's my take on them. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that between the two of them, Tucker Carlson has the best chance of doing something outside of mainstream media. And I could see a lot of people, because Tucker Carlson did bring a lot of youngsters, I could see him doing something, maybe starting his own company, becoming part of some other company, and trying to big that up. I could definitely see that in Tucker Carlson's future. As far as Don Lemon concerned, I could see him doing like Good Morning America or something like that, in the vein of that, where it's kind of newsy, but not really. I think he could do that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care for either one of them, but this was just crazy to see, you know, both of them fired on Monday, both of them let go, and especially for Tucker Carlson to be, you know, the number one guy at Fox, really shows you that Republicans are ready to just try to go back away from Trump and any of that extreme talk and just get back to the tax cuts and the deregulations. And as far as Don Lemon, I think he kind of pushed back a little bit on somebody running for president, and CNN don't want none of that. They just want you to kiss the boots of politicians and don't challenge them and anything they say, and try to be respectful and decorum. And all that stuff is trash to me. So this isn't a loss, in my opinion, as far as like having people, crapping people on television. This is actually a win for viewers. Some people might take it as a loss. But either way, I think both of them made a lot of money to just sit up there and talk bull crap. So they'll both be fine.
It's the Wack-Ass Podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
It's the Wack-Ass Podcast. Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.